faithful Amanda Splatts, Amanda Splatts Project. Desert Eagle of Mahavri. No, Desert Eagle of Flavor, Storyteller of Mahavri. Just a little brief wrap-up show. Now I know what I've been doing. I've been playing, doing wrap-up show every other Friday. As kind of an interstitial for the Friday matinee. Like I do matinee one week and then I do the wrap-up show the next week. But we got my birthday week coming up this week, and Friday I have shit to do. So I moved it up. I'm gonna do it today. It's gonna be kind of brief. Although I did want to talk about Final Fantasy IV. I finally beat Final Fantasy IV last night. And it fucked me up a little bit. I think it's gonna be kind of short, although I might be distracted by the Blackjacking. Because I'm playing the Blackjackist. I'll show you the Blackjackist quickly. It's a whole fucking thing. They do season pass, like they do betting, they do tournaments, you can do sports betting for some reason, there's roulettes, gambling, just a lot of peripheral bullshit if you want to actually, like, really gamble, actually gamble, like, without putting any money in. It's just like, I haven't put a cent into this game, and I will never. But you can buy chips for money. Or, like, passes for money, rather, actual money. There's, like, a whole store and everything. I don't even care about that. I'm just playing for free, and they got sports betting and shit. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I just like Blackjack. There's a lot of peripheral shit. But some of the peripheral shit gets me free chips, so okay. But I'm not spending a dime on this, and I'm not telling anyone else to either. It's just this Blackjack, and I love Blackjack, and it's free Blackjack. I'm a Blackjackist, man. I'm the blackest jackest you ever get backest. Get an empty table here. That'll be a nice visual. So we only got 8 streams to talk about today. Oh, the music disappears. That's only got 8 streams to talk about today. And we're going to start with Final Fantasy IV Episode 3. This was Sunday before last. I decided I want to do Final Fantasy IV every single week until the end, until we're done. And this started at the Underworld. Finally going to the Underworld, meeting Great King Giat. Fighting Calcabrina. No, we didn't fight Calcabrina. I lucked out on the enemies, like the bosses, the super bosses. Like Calco and Brenna. Due to pure luck, I was able to kill both Calco and Brenna at the same time, so I didn't have to fight Calcabrina. And then Dr. Luge and Balamb. I was able to kill Dr. Luge, so I don't have to fight Balamb Z. So that was so important to play this with a guide to help out. But they actually gave me... Ooh, bust. They actually gave me credit for both Balamb Z and Calcabrina in the bestiary. So that was cool. It was a beautiful story. A lot of great action. But like I said, just we met Edge the Ninja. I'm a cool ninja. My parents are very dead. I'm a prince in a ninja underground castle. I fucking hate Edge. Bunkai! Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much about this, except, like, it had some pretty intense boss battles. Like, the battle that I had was, like, the main one was against Evil Wall at the very end, where it's actually a timed boss, where the further it gets, if it gets all the way in, starts crushing you, it just does instant kills. And it's that annoying sealed cave where you just had to fight like 20 doors. It was annoying as hell. And then in the end, like, Cecil gets the crystal stolen from him a whole lot, I noticed. Like, he and his party aren't doing a good job of, like, keeping a hold of those damn crystals when they get them. Like, Golbez got all of them. And we tried to get some of the extra stuff. I tried to get all the primary summons. All the primary secret summons. We weren't strong enough to rush down Odin, and I didn't think we had time to do the Sylph Cave that day. So that was gonna have to wait for the next week. It was cool. It was amazing being able to share this game I loved with everyone. This game I grew up playing. And playing the Pixel remaster was really cool too. Because there are a lot of quality of life conveniences. Ooh, that's a simple one. I won 100,000 bucks before I went live today. 100,000 chips, rather. I don't think you can call them dollars. So yeah, Sunday before last went really well in Final Fantasy. Put a pin in there. And then I tell you, man, it's been Friday the 13th. All the last two week and a half. As far as collabs go, collabs have just been fucking cursed, man. I swear, just been fucking cursed. So I have not done one-on-one with Elf for a long time. Oh, it's the Riddler. Holy shit. Thank you, Riddler. Very cool. I'd not done one-on-one, so I said, hey, Elf, if you'd like to do one-on-one, what would you like to do? And he suggested Idle Showdown out of nowhere. I'm like, all right, that's cool. We were going to go for 3 hours. For 1 hour, it was just me and him one-on-one. And then the rest, we were going to open a lobby. Now, here's the thing. We opened a lobby. Only one guy showed up. That one guy spent the entire hour kicking our shit in. I don't think we won a single time. At all. But afterwards, like, he actually joined Elf's Discord afterwards. And then he told me he thought that I was in North Korea because my internet. I tell you, nah, my internet's fine. I just got a fucking potato. This potato is mobile. It's fine. And, like, good luck buying a new computer over the next, 15 years now. Good luck buying anything. Oh my god, I had to buy groceries for my little time off coming. And look at all this, extraneous shit you don't need. I'm just playing Blackjack. Shut the fuck up with that. But yeah, it was cool. It's all cool. Like I said, I love big group collabs. I love hanging out with the group. I do. But I feel like I'm better in one-on-one collabs. I feel like I'm better when I'm just hanging out with one more person. I really do. Because I feel like my voice gets lost in a group collab. Put a pin in that. So now we're going to talk about something I kind of didn't want to talk about. That is the creative writing stream for Wednesday. Got a 7. I got it hit. Dreamer in the Ditch. The one where Amanda dies, quote unquote. Well, we think she's dead. Like, she's dying. I knew this chapter was coming. Because, you do the hero. Like, Amanda has been the face in peril for way too long in the story. Like, I know I'm a writer. I can do anything. I could make her Jesus if I wanted to. You're talking to the author, by the way. This is the author, obviously. It's the author when it's the wrap-up show and the creative writing streams. I use Amanda's face and voice because Amanda's the protagonist right now. But it's the author. Because I still don't feel comfortable giving out my real name. So anyways, I knew this chapter was coming. That Amanda's gonna have to touch death. She was roadkilled, isekai roadkill. The desert was supposed to take her that night, and it didn't, due to the isekai thing. Made her, quote-unquote human. Somehow brought her back. Having a good time with it today on the table, so holy crap. Maybe if I win a few more, I'll move it up to 100k. So I knew, and from a writing perspective, I knew I had to do something with the Rattlers. I almost regret using the Rattlers. Because what the Rattlers are supposed to be, they're supposed to be like a secondary enemy. Like someone just like on the periphery, like kind of the enemy of the week or flavor of the week or something. You could beat up while we get ready for the full conflict with Amanda, Sandy, and Mossberg. Sandy, who represents the gods, and Mossberg, who represents the rot. Now I realize I didn't need the Rattlers. I never needed the Rattlers. I had a lot of meat on the bone there just with Amanda, Sandy, and Mossberg. The Rattlers weren't the piece that was missing. Mossberg was. But I still wanted to do something with them because they are still in the story and important parts of the story. I told you insurance is a sucker's bet. So I went ahead and made AI generations of all the planned Rattlers. And there are several of them, and they all came out and kicked the shit out of Amanda. No, that's safe enough. There's the Magician, as above, so below. There's the Hanged Man with the sniper rifle and the Cheeto dust of the dandruff. There's the Moon. The Moon is probably the big one. The maniac singer trying to wheedle their way into Amanda's career as a singer. There's the Chariot, the getaway driver we don't know a lot about yet. Fuck. There's the Hermit, the sweet old lady in the dingy, filthy mascot costume. We haven't seen Fortune Faded in a while. The Devil, the Gorgon woman, we haven't seen her in a while. We haven't seen the Tower in a while. We only saw the Tower in that one flashback where they tried to make Amanda become the Wheel. But we also found out that the current de facto leader of the Rattlers is the sheriff of Mahavre. I tried to hint at this about Amanda's issues at the courthouse, all the shit she had to go through at the courthouse. Yeah, Sheriff Mithril. She's the justice, and the Rattlers beat her to death, left her in a ditch on the side of the road, and the justice quietly swept things up. And Amanda could feel her disparate parts because she is a roadkill, a collection of things that died on that road. Like I keep going back to what Zosima Stark has said, and I think he put it beautifully. Whenever anything dies in this world, it leaves a mark, and Amanda is a collection of marks of the things that died on that road. And there, sweltering in the ditch, covered in her own blood, beaten down by the magician. Those parts started to dissipate. They started to break apart. And the hell, or whatever you want to call it, underneath Mahavre started trying to claw her soul back. I knew it was going to be dark, but I knew it had to happen. And that's why I threw in that random scene at the end with Alpha Splatts. Alpha Splatts is supposed to be Amanda from the future, who knows what's going to happen, but can't interfere because it'll change what happens. So obviously, if Alpha Splatts is still alive, if Alpha Splatts is still in this timeline, then that means it's safe. That means that we know Amanda's going to be okay. That was Alpha's more than just the writer's barely concealed fetish. She is my promise. My promise to y'all that the story will probably have a happy ending, because it's gonna go to some low places. It's gonna get lower than this. It's gonna get lower than being beaten to death and thrown in a ditch. But she's not. She lives supposedly, because that's the only way that she could meet. Question is, who's she gonna meet? Who came out of that little church in the dust after the Rattlers left? Well, we're gonna find out this Sunday on my birthday. Chat and is invited, and there's gonna be marshmallows too. I was gonna pull up the marshmallow, but I don't know if it'll freeze up the game or not. Oh, I'm not doing too well. Maybe I should pull back. Maybe I should pull back to the 10K tables. Uh, my birthday is the 22nd. We're gonna have some cool stuff going on. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the massive to-do that it was last year. Last year I had 13 streams in 1 week. Can't keep up that pace. I feel like I'm gonna fucking die if I do. So you're gonna have some cool stuff, but this time I'm going to intersperse it with just calming down and taking care of myself. But Sunday morning, 7 a.m. if you want to be out there this Sunday, check it out. You can help me create a brand new member of the project. I want to do a 3-act play type of thing, a 3-act story. Starring a brand new character of the project, created in part by chat. I will also take suggestions over marshmallows, or any replies or any ideas people have. I know Jinx said he's probably going to be there. My number one viewer, Jinx. He said he's going to be there. That'll be fucking cool. Because he had a big hand in helping create Agent Takeen. If I dip below 100,000, I'm just going to go dip out of the 10,000 tables. If this is Blackjack, I'm going to lose my shit. Ah! I'm now contractually obligated to lose my shit. Oh, fuck that. Not having a good day at the tables. But yeah, it was a dark, but you need dark chapters like that because the light's gonna filter through eventually. Here's one. There we go. So yeah, come out and please be part of history Sunday morning. I'm gonna have a lot of cool shit going on. Sunday, my birthday. It's gonna be a lot of cool shit coming on. Please check it out. Okay, so then next up, I had a little Tuesday matinee. Those are the February thumbnails, and it's the ones I made in February, both the March ones now. And a little matinee. As Sandra Day. I wanted to do something for Mario Day. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know if Mario 2 gets enough love. It's a weird fucking game. It does not feel like a Mario game. I'm not going to get into the history of Doki Doki Panic or whatever. Y'all know. If y'all know, you know. But it's a weird outside game, but it's fully been embraced into the history. Like, you'll see Shy Guys and Snippets and stuff. You don't see a lot of King Wart, though, which is weird. I don't think you've seen Wart, like, in a mainline game yet after that. Not gonna lie, I thought it'd take like 2 hours. I ended up getting really, really fucking heated when after 3 hours I couldn't make it past level 4. Because I'm not using any of the warps. I'm using the princess to mitigate my old hag reflexes. Because she's got that float, that really nice float. That helps you skip parts of, like, it kind of trivializes a lot of platforming sections, too. But the problem is, I was used to playing the Lost Levels port. Lost Levels let you save after, like, any... Lost Levels port lets you save after any level, and you can start at that level. The old Nintendo one, no, you get 3 continues, and if you run out of continues, you're fucked. So it is much harder. The old Nintendo hard, as they used to say. And I got legitimately heated. Because, no, the matinees, I'm rushed during a matinee. Because I have to work later. Like, here, I have to work. The only reason I'm doing this, like, right now, is because I know it's going to be a much shorter one. Because, like, this is not going to encapsulate the Wednesday streams. Like the normal wrap-up show, where this will just be a shorter one. Yeah, let's split. Dangerous if she's got an 8 up. Ooh. Maybe not so dangerous. I too live dangerously. So yeah, we'll have to put that on the pile with Skate or Die 2 as games that I wanted to play at Sandy with the retro stuff, but could not finish. I'm going to put a pin in that as well. So then, that was one of the weeks with Friday the 13th in it. And Friday the 13th hit fast and hit hard. Fucked up. Minato got the date wrong in our collab. For that, later that, what was it? It was like Wednesday afternoon. What did I do that Wednesday morning? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. Mario 2. Now I remember, yeah. I had them out of order. Wednesday was Dreamer in the Ditch. Tuesday was Mario 2. But I had that Tuesday on later because I initially privated it. I privated the Mario 2 stream because I got so heated. But then again, when the collabs got canceled this week, as a make good, I unprivated. So at least you have something to watch. So I did Dreamer in the Ditch on Wednesday. And then Wednesday afternoon, I was going to be doing a stream with Minato. Minato got the date wrong. He thought it was like the next week. And like he put it in his thumbnail and everything, so I'm not telling tales out of school. And I'm like, you know what? I guess I just had to push it off then if you're not ready. And not gonna lie, I was really fucked up after doing the story anyways. really fucked up in the head after how it ended. So we initially planned to go ahead and push it back to the date he thought it was on like the 18th. But then I'm like, no, that's my birthday week. I got shit planned. So we're just gonna have to do it again out the 21st, like after, like in April. Pushing shit back to April. He is gonna be part of the Red Dragon Inn collab for my birthday, though I'll get to that towards the end. And then Friday, Zosimus Tarkus. Me and Zosimus were gonna do something for Friday the 13th Part 2. Jason's Boogaloo. We had a little bit of a problem deciding on what, because we were going to play. He suggested this really weird Left 4 Dead, like 2D Sonic EXE game, but it could potentially expose an IP, so I was like, no, can't do that. Even though I'm using a VPN, I can't do that. But then we, like, Malone suggested, like, Alien Storm or something, some kind of top-down alien hunter game for free. Then Zoss is like, hey, Zoss had, I don't know how much he wants to say, but he had a great opportunity that day. A spectacular opportunity. And I told him I cannot let you hang that up. So I told the guy, we'll reschedule for April. So no stream Wednesday afternoon. And no stream Friday. And I feel bad when I do that. Like, it wasn't my fault the other day. It was nobody's fault. Like, shit happens. Like, this isn't a corpo or anything. Like, shit happens. Life happens, man. But I did feel bad for my fans who were watching. Didn't know how to do that. Shit's just gonna happen. So I did a little make good stream on Saturday. We did a little Splatter Day. It was y'all remember Splatter Day? Where I thought people would come out on a Saturday night and watch me, and nobody ever did. Just because I gave it a cool name called it Splatter Day. It was another Splatter Day night, and I ain't got nobody. Yeah, it didn't work out. But I have my matinee on Saturday, which we've established as Splatter Day. So we got the Splatter Day matinee. It's the Splatnay. Find me and follow me through corridors and factories. Be the dark of the Splatnay, the dark of the Splatnay. It's better at the Splatnay. Yeah, it's mine. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that shit. It wasn't anything huge. It was just a little. I wanted to go for 3 hours, but after 2, I could feel I was feeling kind of sick, so I had to cut it. But we actually got to play Rogue Jack. It was the big one. Like, I did a few pulls for Uma. I played a little die for the Lich, but got really fucked up by playing the worst character in the fucking game, the statue, who actively rolls negative dice. I'll stand. She got a 6. She might bust. But the main news, Rogue Jack 21. I'd forgotten that I had a run going. So everyone got to see the tail end of a level 5 run before the tail end of a level 5 run before I did a full level 1 run. That's great. It's a lot of fun. It's versus Blackjack, a little Balatro, little Slay the Spire element. You buy cards, you buy trinkets, baubles, pay for in blood. Been in that. Not too hype on the character art and stuff. And there's only one battle theme. It's cool for what it is, though. It's really cool for what it is. I figured, you know what? I don't know what want to do on such short notice, such short interest. Um, Play what you've been playing offline. That is my North Star. Play what you've been playing offline. And I've been playing the sledding game, and I've been playing Blackjack. I tell you, doing a level 5 run with all the stipulations and everything, and then doing a level 1 run, you realize how easy the level 1 runs are. But yeah, I might play some more of that. It's fun. Was not able to screen it in full screen, but as soon as I put it to half size, it was fine. Oh, he got a Coca-Cola. 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 So yeah, that was my make good. I'm sorry about the collabs that got fucked up this week. You know, shit happens. I know my fans understand. I know they don't care, but they understand that real life happens, shit happens. I know my fans don't feel bad, but I feel bad. And maybe that's some kind of attribute I need to fix. And next up, we get to yesterday, Sunday. The end of Final Fantasy IV. 9.5 fucking hours. We started with the Sylph Cave, and it's good that I started an hour early than usual because I wanted to get the Sylph Cave done, grind there. And it's a good thing I did, because if I had started normal time, I would have not made it to the Sealy collab later that day. That's how close the time was. That's how absolutely razor thin it was. That it was good that it started an hour early. Did the Sylph Cave, went through it twice. Smacked Yang upside his bald head, got the dart, or the knife rather. I think it was a spoon in the original. Yeah, I wanted to save the knife for Zeromus, but we got in a situation we almost died during the Bahamut fight. I didn't want to risk it, and I just threw it at Bahamut. And it's great because now we have the Bahamut technique, the Bahamut method. No, the Bahamut treatment. I called it a few things, but I think I stuck on the Bahamut treatment. You know what? You get the Bahamut treatment. You get a mega flare to the fucking face. I gotta incorporate that into the channel, the Bahamut treatment, where Bahamut just comes out and gives you the mega flare. That mega flare kept served me through 99% of the playthrough from that point on, until the very end where it fucked me over. I got up to the lunar subterrane. Had a relatively easy time fighting all the bosses, the sealed weapons bosses, getting the best shit. I get to Zeromus, and you have to go through the unskippable cutscene of all your dead friends not being dead except for Tella, who is very, very, very dead. Oh my god, Tella's so dead. Everyone else is not, though. It's inspirational, it's beautiful, it really brings together the story. But you have to watch the whole thing in full every time you fight Zeromus. And I kept dying. I didn't want to do another Final Fantasy IV stream. I wanted to end the Final Fantasy IV stream that day, so I could get the whole... But I had Sealy coming over. Sealy and his boys. So I knew I couldn't tarry. I didn't want to push that back. So I just grinded. Luckily on the lunar subterrane, right before the Zeromus boss, there's an enemy called Zemus's Breath, who only attacks if you wait 10 turns. Or if you use a certain type of spell. But I just beat him up with physical attacks. It was really easy. able to level up relatively fast. Like, he's just there to grind. That enemy is just there to grind because it is literally right before the final boss. And it get pissed me off before I found out, thanks to help from Jinx, who's a real fucking homie. Absolute homie Jinx. That he was another puzzle boss. And using Bahamut was making him use bio. Using certain spells was making him use weak. So I just had to rely on just physical attacks and healing. Azura. Jinx said it, and I totally agree. Azura's summon was the one that was the real MVP. Kept procking off with the full heal again and again and again. So that was awesome. I gave up on myself. I really did give up on myself. But at the last moment, as soon as I figured out what the problem was, that's what happens. I feel like that's what happens with a lot of the RPGs and a lot of the stuff I do, the final bosses. I keep banging my head against the wall, keep getting upset, keep getting frustrated, giving up on myself. Then I realize there's one thing I'm not doing. Like when I spent forever trying to beat Regal as the 96 boss team. It just kept banging my head against the wall again and again, almost giving up on myself. Until I realized, short leg tomahawk goes over his jail cage or whatever it is. And it just spammed that. Fuck. Oh, fuck. And it was beautiful. Like I said, time flowing differently in Mahavre, time flowing differently in the Land of Summoned Creatures. There is a sand ruby that heals the desert illness. Sheriff Mithril. There are a lot of Final Fantasy IV nods in the project. That's how important the game is. Like, 6 is my favorite RPG ever, but I don't think I can stream 6. That'd take like 80 hours. Final Fantasy IV was the streamable one, and once again, I gave up on me, but no one else did. I'm the only one who gave up on me, and I shouldn't have. And I gotta learn that. I gotta pocket that for the future. It's a beautiful story. You know what's not a beautiful story? Dokapon fucking Kingdom. That's not a beautiful story at fucking all. I ham it up. I ham it up a lot on those streams. The pain. The fucking pain. Yeah, me, Sealy, Mokomint, and Mike. The Sealy gang, I call them. Because they were ganging up on me a lot in the first episode. Although, to be honest, in the first episode, I was ahead for most of the stream. So it was kind of fair. Things were a little bit fair this time around, although they kept getting weirder and weirder. Like, you got a piggy bank, and then everyone keeps hanging out at the casino cave. Then I go to the casino cave, and the stream ends with them stealing keys from each other over and over and over again. Well, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the casino cave, see if I can get a ticket. Episode 1, we were like, I was an Amazon warrior, and they were 3 magicians. Now I'm a Amazon cleric, and there are 3 thieves. It's gonna be hilarious. Like, we are literally gonna start in 2 weeks with them, the 3 of them bitching, complaining, arguing, stealing keys from each other. Well, I'm just going to the casino. It's gonna be fucking hilarious. But you may notice that in the middle, my energy did really dip. Like, after doing 9.5 hours of Final Fantasy, although like half of it was literally just grinding, fighting Zemus's breath. Like, I was exhausted. But I didn't want to give up on the collab either, so I coasted a little bit. Like, I prefer one-on-one collabs to group collabs. But Dokapon Kingdom really is more fun with the group. So I just had to coast a little bit, and I'm sorry about that, and I apologize to Celia and his boys afterwards. I don't think any of them were really mad. I hope not. But I did have to coast a little bit afterwards because, you know, I was just fucked up. I was really fucked up. Like, I was just so stressed out, and I don't know when this tournament ends. But it was a hell of a time. It was a lot of fun, and we forwarded the plot. I'll tell you, I am not going to. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go up Satan's butthole. I'm not gonna sign Weber's contract, no matter what. They said that they'd have no problem with me doing it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not sacrificing Satan's butthole. But I'm not trying to insult them or anything by talking about crawling up Satan's butthole. That's a Tenacious D reference. Like the original Tenacious D DVD. Like they had their tour bus coming out of Satan's butt, and at the end of the documentary, they had it drive back up again. But yeah, I'm not gonna suck on Weber's dick or anything like that. No, that was horrible. That was horrible to say, and I apologize. I'm not gonna sign Weber's contract. But the great thing about that is that I think there must be some kind of karma system. Because now Weber keeps giving them horrible shit, and Weber hasn't talked to me once. So maybe there's some kind of karma for signing that contract. Who knows? Yeah, it's great. It's stressful, but it's also great. It's like it's a game I grew up playing with my old friend Yusef back when I was like back during high school days. Me and Yusef like did the whole campaign together, and it's fun doing the campaign with 4 people. Obviously, we're only doing it every other week, just to like to give chances for other collabs and stuff, and save our fucking sanity. And that's working out. That is actually working out really well. Fuck. Um, one more hand. And that was the week and a half that was. Like I told you, this is going to be a very short, very abbreviated wrap up show. Because, like I said, it's supposed to be on Friday, so we would have covered what happened on Wednesday, which will be Sex Synthesis 3. But no, not this time, because like that would cut in the middle of the time off I'm taking. I'm taking off a few. I can't afford to take off as much time as I used to, but I am going to be taking off some time around my birthday for streaming and for personal stuff. And I was wondering when the personal stuff was going to proc off so I could get the streaming stuff. And turn off thought about this will be the last one. And I now know when the personal stuff and when the IRL stuff is going to be. And I'm going to be able to stream around that. As soon as I finish this hand, I'll show you. But yeah, the birthday stream is set in stone. Streams, rather. There's going to be 3 streams that night. Well, fuck. Well, before I show you what we'll be doing this upcoming week, let's see what free shit I got. What procced off? 14 albums. 4 achievements. 5 hands in a row. 9,000 chips. 16 hand points or less. 3,000 chips. Split cards with both hands. 6,000 chips. Avatar items unlocked. 3,000 chips. I'm at like a level 11 or 12 right now. And to get the Amanda Splatts perfectly round Alucard glasses, I have to be at like level 56. Probably not gonna make it. Did I unlock St. Patrick's Day shit? I got free shit just for Gambler. I got a coupon. No. I ain't buying shit. Ooh, I got some monthly quests. 3K, 1.5K, 3K, 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 1.5K, 3K, 1.5K, 5K, 1.5K, 1.5K, 5K, 1.5K, 3K, 1.5K. I'm boring all my watchers right now. They're not going to stay to find out what I'm doing on my birthday. I'm over like 200,000 chips now. Just from the free shit. Here are my free rewards, 30,000. Get scratch offs. You can play scratch offs in this game for some fucking reason. Why? I don't know. I'm elite level 13. Alright. Oh, here they are. Here's some more stuff. Coupon. 20,000. Nope. That's a sports betting shit. Nope. Not interested. Get 4-leaf clover. Free spins on a slot. I don't care about slot. I don't like slot machines. I've told you I don't like slot machines because you don't have any say in like the skill. You don't have any say in the tactics. You don't have any say in your own fate. You're just hitting a button and pulling a lever. So I don't care about the slot ones. I don't care about the sport betting ones. I ain't buying shit. But now I have 370,000 chips to blackjacking with. I am the Blackjackist. I'm the Blackjackist, Blackjackist you'll ever fucking meet. Do not forget that shit. Because you know what they say, baby. Once you go Blackjackist, you'll never go backjackist. That was stupid. I apologize. Here, I deserve to be covered up by my schedule. So, taking a little time. I take time off from about my birthday week every year, but I'm not taking nearly as much this time around. So there's a wrap-up show. You are here. Wednesday, 7 a.m. WebP World Extreme Battle Pro. Sextet Synthesis 3. This time, it's for the tag titles. My version of the G1 Climax. First Sextet Synthesis won by the G-Man, who stole Bridges' heavyweight title. Started a whole chain of events. Then, Sextet Synthesis 2, Rob Van Dam won. Called his shot for Geesauer's World Heavyweight title at the first show of the year. Lost, but he lost with honor. Now I got Sextet 3. Plus Marissa is turning in the final Jet Championship. Now that I'm only doing a show a month, we don't need the Jet title anymore. So she's cashing it in to fight Geese for the World Heavyweight title and fix some mistakes she made back at Sextet 2, which is underestimating Geese. And the main event, new tag team champions, Bar Windfish, Yui Ren, Yui Ron, defend their title against Leek and Zelda. No afternoon. You'll notice there's nothing in the afternoon until Sunday. What I'm going to be doing this week is going to look a lot different. This week's going to look a lot different because I'm not going to be scheduling stuff for the afternoon except for my birthday. What I want to do is more morning streams on days that I usually don't do morning streams. But then the afternoon, evening streams, like, it's only if I feel like it. If only I can, like, health Because I need to take care of some personal shit too. Like Friday, you'll notice there's a big gap on Friday. Friday is not going to be a good day. So what I want to do is I want to finish some of these games that have been sitting in my queue for a while. Like, for example, Thursday morning, 7 a.m., I want to finish Baroque. I officially got to the point where I can complete the game in one good run. There are things I have to do on level 10, 12, and 15, and 16, and then finally level 21. The last thing I did was I gave Eliza my idea Sephiroth. That's the last thing that we, the actual storyline thing we've done. Now, I believe you can, according to the people at the Baroque Discord, I can now beat the game in one good run. As long as I meet all the people I need to meet and do all the things I need to do. Friday is out. Saturday, I beat Final Fantasy IV, so I want to do Darkest Dungeon. I've beaten all the level 5 bosses. I've beaten all of Crimson Court except for the Stone Guardian, but fuck it, that's a bonus. I want to do the Sleeper. I've beaten the Miller, I want to do the Sleeper. I want to do the Sleeper, and I want to look into potentially starting the Darkest Dungeon itself. But mainly the Sleeper. Now, I don't know how long the Baroque stream and the Darkest Dungeon stream are going to go. But those 2 days, Thursday and Saturday, I want to stream all day. So if I end up killing the Sleeper relatively early, and or I end up finishing Baroque, I have other games I want to finish. I want to finish Skate or Die 2. I want to finish Mario 2, as I spoke about earlier. I want to finish Vegas Dream, the Nintendo casino game I play a lot. That has an ending. I want to play it. And I gotten back in Fights in Tight Spaces again. It's been sitting there for a while. I haven't touched it in many months. I love that game. I've been doing the dailies here and there. And I want to do the Gunslinger DLC. Supposedly it kind of rhymes with the initial campaign, which is like 6 hours for a full run. But it's got like new enemies and locales and stuff. So I am very, very interested in that. But it depends. The 2 big things I want to do, the 2 big doors I want to close, finish Baroque and beat the Sleeper in the Darkest Dungeon, so that literally the only thing we have to do is the Darkest of Dungeons itself. That is the last thing I want to do. And I'll save that for a special time. So yeah, Wednesday, WebP. Thursday, Baroque. Saturday, Darkest Dungeon. Sunday's my birthday. Sunday's the big one. 7 a.m. creative writing. And you know what? Now that I'm not blackjacking it, let me pull up the marshmallow. I open up a marshmallow for suggestions for anyone who could not be there that day. Marshmallow is like an anonymous message service. You can send people anonymous messages. So put it in the chat. Here is my marshmallow. Oh, hold on. That's not it. Here it is. Open link a new tab. Verify you're human. I'm a roadkill. It's a guy. Does that count? Here is my marshmallow. Please stop by. Give me birthday wishes. Give me feedback. Give me opinions. Give me thoughts. Give me prayers. Give me ideas for what you want to see in the Mahavre project. As the announcement, the white background, black text announcement I made, the Mahavre project is the story. The Amanda Splatts project is the streaming. So give me ideas for the Mahavre project. What character do you want to see? Come out 7 a.m., be in the chat, and you can help me make a new character. You can help make history. $4 p.m. that day. Red Dragon in with the regulars. I am obsessed with Red Dragon in now. But it's hard to get a whole bunch of people together to play. So I thought this would be a good idea. Good excuse to do it. Cara Malone has RSVP'd. Sensoka has RSVP'd. Dead Mac has RSVP'd. I actually had offline sessions with Sensoka and Dead Mac to teach him how to play the game. Choco Minato has RSVP'd. And I will tell you, late breaking news. Like an hour before the wrap-up show, T1 Glistener Elf is RSVP'd. Got a couple more RSVP'd. If you did not get invited, please blame my head and not my heart. I had a few different waves set. A few different lists of people to invite. But that was in case anyone, canceled. Because it's Sunday. I know it's hard to stream on a Sunday. In fact, I think one of the reasons that I get the audience that I do is because I'm, the only person who make Sunday. I've had Edit and Seki raid into me. Because I'm the only flavor streaming. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's a fucking great game. And it'll be fun to see how it procs off when you got a lot of people in it. I want to try a couple variants. I want to try the Prior Stack. I want to try, the Sea Adventure. But it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. And Sunday, 10 p.m. birthday karaoke. Now that 10 p.m. is a little fungible. If a game, if Red Dragon Inn ends up going late, I might push it back. But I do want to get at least 2 hours of singing in before my birthday ends. So there you go. That's the birthday festivity. 7 a.m. Come back and help create the antagonist or the new protagonist that's going to help Amanda deal with the Rattlers. Sunday 4 p.m. Red Dragon Inn with the regulars. Sunday 10 p.m. probably birthday karaoke. It's going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. Had a lot of shit shows on this channel last couple weeks. I do not see a shit show in sight. Sometimes you gotta have a good week. Sometimes you gotta have a fun week. Sometimes you gotta blackjack it. Because then you will be the Blackjackist. Haters get pissed because I'm the Blackjackist. I'm the Blackjackist, the come from behind from the back attackist. That is a deep fucking cut. Respect to anyone who got that. No one in chat today. That's cool. Like I said, I'm always honored for anyone who wants to watch myself live, interact with me, experience the show. But if there's one show you're gonna miss live, miss the wrap-up show. Because it's just basically a look back in case you missed a stream, and look forward at what's coming. It's always cool for those who do stop by live, and I do appreciate it. But if you don't feel that you can, take this news at your leisure. Because False ID is retiring. He's graduating. So you got to get your news somehow, right? I am the #1 news source for VTuber news about me. It's a niche that, someone had to fill. Hey, baby, have you ever had your niche filled? That's horrible. That's fucking horrible. No. There's a lot of horrible fucking things. I tell you what's not going to be fucking horrible is my birthday week. It's going to be great. So, lurkers, VOD watchers, second screen saints. I'll see you Wednesday, 7 a.m. I haven't had time to do pre-tape, so we'll probably do everything live. It's mostly going to be the 15 matches of the Sextet 3. I'll see you Wednesday to kick out the festivities with Web P both sides now. I am your faithful Amanda Splatts, the Amanda Splattist, and this is the Amanda Splatts Project. Have a good day. I'm the Blackjackist. I'm the Blackjackist. Coming from behind from the Blackjackist. I'm the Blackjackist. I'm the Blackjackist. Coming from behind from. Wow! 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 What? Oh shit!